Right now, there is something you are carrying. A worry that sits on your chest the moment you wake. A mistake you keep replaying, a word you wish you could take back. A fear about money, about your body, about what they think of you. It feels enormous. It feels like the whole shape of your life. It follows you into every room and lies down beside you at night. And it is real. The weight of it is real. I am not here to deny that. But I want to take you somewhere, just for a few minutes. Somewhere high enough that the thing crushing you starts to change its size. So begin with a simple, quiet fact. 100 years from now, almost every person alive today will be gone. 8 billion people, the crowds, the cities, the traffic, the noise. Everyone you have ever envied, everyone whose opinion you fear. The person who hurt you, the person you are trying to impress. In 100 years, all of them, gently, return to the earth. And you too will be a name on a stone, if you are lucky. More likely, not even that, just a quiet absence where a life used to be. This is not cruel, it is simply the water we are all swimming in. Now think about how quickly the forgetting comes. You can probably name your parents, perhaps your grandparents. But your great-great-grandparents, can you say their names aloud? They lived entire lives. They had a face they saw in the mirror every morning. They had a worry that sat on their chest, exactly like yours does now. They had a love that felt like the center of the universe. And within 3 or 4 generations, they vanished completely from memory. Not because they failed, because that is what happens to all of us. The same soft erasure is already reaching, slowly, toward you. And it is not only people, whole worlds have gone under. There were empires certain they would last forever. Kings who built mountains of stone so they would never be forgotten. There is a poem about one of them, a shattered statue in a desert. On the base, the words still read, "Look on my works," and despair. And around that boast, nothing, bare and endless sand in every direction. The mighty works are gone, only the bragging survived to mock him. Every age believes it is the final, permanent one. And every age becomes a layer of dust for the next one to walk on. Now let us not stop at history. Let us truly pull back. Step off the earth and watch it shrink beneath you. The whole planet becomes a blue marble, then a dot, then nothing. Our sun is one of 400 billion stars in this galaxy alone. And our galaxy is one of perhaps 2 trillion in the universe we can see. The light from some of those stars has traveled for billions of years to reach you. Some of them died long before the Earth was even born. You are standing on a speck, orbiting a speck, lost in an ocean of specks. And against that, the size of your worry begins to do something strange. There is a photograph, taken from beyond the rings of Saturn. A spacecraft turned its camera back one last time toward home. And the Earth, in that image, is less than a single pixel. A pale blue dot suspended in a vast, indifferent beam of light. On that dot, a scientist wrote, is everyone you have ever heard of. Every king and every peasant, every saint and every sinner. Every war ever fought over a fraction of that pixel. Every heartbreak, every triumph, every name you are afraid of. All of it on one quiet mote of dust hanging in a sunbeam. And the universe does not know your name. It does not know the meeting you are dreading on Monday. It does not know the number in your bank account. It does not know the thing you said when you were 16 that still makes you flinch. The galaxies turn slowly. without the faintest awareness that you exist. This is the thought that frightens people, the great cold silence of it all. But stay with me, because there is a second door inside that fear. And almost everyone stops at the first one and never finds it. The smallness is not the end of the story, it is the beginning of the freedom. Because here is what the smallness is not. It is not a reason to despair. If nothing you do echoes through the cosmos forever, then nothing you fear echoes through the cosmos forever either. The embarrassment that keeps you up at night, the cosmos has not noticed. The failure you think defines you. In 100 years, no one will hold it. The judgment you are so afraid of, it will be dust with the one who judges. Your mistakes are not carved into the sky, they are written in water. This is not a sentence, it is a release, a pardon you did not know you had. The same scale that shrinks your importance also shrinks your shame. The ancients knew this, and they did not run from it. The Stoics kept a phrase close, like a stone in the pocket. Memento mori, remember that you will die. When a Roman general rode through the city in triumph, crowned and adored, a servant stood behind him and whispered, over and over, remember, you are mortal. Remember, you are only a man. Not to ruin his joy, to protect him from the lie of his own importance. To hold the glory lightly, because he knew how the story always ends. Death was not the enemy of their peace. It was the source of it. The emperor, Marcus Aurelius, ruled the entire known world. And at night, alone, he wrote notes to steady his own soul. Soon, he told himself, you will have forgotten everything. And soon, everything will have forgotten you. He commanded armies, and he reminded himself he was a small thing, passing. Think, he wrote, of how many before you have wanted the same things, and worried the same worries and are now utterly gone. The most powerful man on earth practicing his own disappearance, and finding, in that practice, a strange and unshakable calm. But here is the turn that the despairing ones always miss. That you are small does not make this moment worthless. It makes it worth everything. Look at what you have been given. Out of all the people who could have existed and never will, out of the near infinite darkness, you woke up. You got a turn. A few thousand mornings, a certain number of sunsets already counting down. The rarity is the gift. The brevity is what makes it precious. A thing that lasted forever could never be precious. Only the fleeting can. You are not a permanent fixture. You are a guest, so be a grateful one. So what survives, if not the worry and not the name? Not the monument, not the bank account, not the careful reputation. What survives is the warmth you put into the few years you were here. The way you made another person feel, in a kitchen, on an ordinary day. The kindness that ripples outward and never traces back to your name. The Stoics had a final phrase, Amor, fati, to love your fate. Not to endure this brief, doomed, beautiful life, to love it. To say yes to the whole of it, the loss woven in with the light. You do not get forever, you get now, and now is enough. So, come back, slowly, from the edge of the stars. Back through the galaxies, back to the pale blue dot. Back to the city, the room, the chair, the breath in your chest right now. And look again at the worry you walked in carrying. It is still there, but see how its size has changed. In 100 years, none of this will matter, and that is not despair. That is your permission, to let go of the small fears and live. To forgive yourself, to call the person, to to stop waiting. You are a brief, impossible spark in an ancient dark. Do not spend it being afraid, spend it being here,